Ari, you can't even hang with this dude.
Right.
Straight up. Hey, viewers, I want y'all to be honest. Who got better bars? This Edomite or Ari's plagiarism?
Okay, now hold on. Before you say that, before you play it,
his delivery.
The bars was not mine.
Okay,
so you
all right,
really
the
talking
delivery.
about Deacon Abiel.
All right, let's talk about the delivery then.
No. It doesn't matter. He got better because he didn't do nothing. He didn't do anything, so he already won. Let's play this. Let me see this.
I can do Julian's again.
Let's go. Is there a reason why we're not playing it? Do we have to beg? Please hit the play button. Anytime before tomorrow? Okay.
That boy Aaron finger hurting, boy.
I'm the proof. When I'm in the booth, spitting on the mic. Anti-vax. Putin hates all of them blacks. Putin is a bad racist. Put him in the ground, white or brown. And I'm in plain old town. And you know you just got found. I'm a pimp on a blimp. Unless a steak is shrimp. No, you can't stop my shine.
Yeah.
I'm number 99. And you know I'm grand and shine. Boo this man.
Hey,
I
Go with
Trash.
Eden was snapping, boy.
Trash.
He did
So
better than Ari.
give me
Played yourself.
real quick. Give me the story behind. What was this about? Why was he on the floor doing that for?
He's like a Putin, whatever his name is. He's against him, so I guess he was freestyling against his racism.
Here's the thing with Esau. Real talk. One, that was mockery. One, and two, they want to be us.
Right.
They're not original at anything other than stealing. That's what they're original at. Those guys are the best thieves. See, we see it, we laugh, but know for certainty. What he's doing is he's mocking how Jake act.
Right.
With the buffoonery, and that's what he's just portraying out there, showing them. He's a clown. For me, that's just like blackface. That's why I look at it. It look like blackface, pure mockery.
Dang.
Woo! But he's still better than Ari.
Right. Hey, but
That's right.
Bishop, the people
I went out on a listen. I went on a limb for
Yeah,
Ari.
you pounding.
But the
gave
people
him
say
3
Ari
shalom,
won.
Bishop.
Ari
They
won.
said Ari won.
The people talking. They say Ari wins.
It's Deacon Abiel's
Hey,
lyrics.
shout out to Israel.
You gotta be joking.
They saying Ari wins,
bars,
man.
right?
Wow, Ari, you gotta
I
follow
can
him.
sing, I can rap, all praise the Most High.
Other
for the
people's
talent.
stuff. Huh? I could do that too. It's called karaoke. Are you serious?
Right. Oh, man.
Let's move
Hey,
on.
Israel, we need y'all to share the channel,
That
man.
shit is
Share
Jewish.
right now. We only got 200 people watching right now. We know it's more than that. We got the bishop on the stage.
All right.
I don't know what that means, but okay.
We need them to share. They ain't nobody watching us right now, Bishop.
Yeah, but
How we gonna get to that 10,000?
So they say.
Yeah.
So they say.
Hold on. How do I get to it? Let me try to share it myself too. All right, so let's go on. What we got
Let's
going
go
on?
ahead and pull that article up. Let's go to the very top. Yeah, there. Yep, that one right there. Go down. Go down. Oh man. Thanks, crowd. Can we go down?
Hey, scroll down a little bit.
We
y'all.
appreciate
Just
you, IT.
Right there. Stop right there.
Come on, you got this, Aaron.
Read the title, officer.
Go ahead, Aubrey.
Can't see it.
Right. Keep it real.
We appreciate you, Jonathan.
To listen to me.
Tech team on it.
That's the mafia back there.
Bro, only the real ones, bro.
There we go.
Only
There
the
we
real
go. There
ones.
we go.
Here we go. Let's go.
Not
right
yet.
there, Aubrey.
We wasn't ready yet.
No.
And yeah, with that, how's everybody doing at home? I hope you guys, stay focused. Study, pray, apply.
Hey, let's pull
Continue
up
to
the
keep
article.
God's laws while we, IT figures it out back there. We appreciate you.
Hey, I'm telling you,
Subscribe.
Patient Saints today was fire.
Yeah.
It was.
Oh God, it was so good.
You see
It
what
was
happened?
great. And it was good. The Sabbath was great altogether, man. It was good getting time. Yesterday's class with Bishop Yawasop. I tell you, every time I sit with Bishop Yawasop, I just seem to always get smarter for some reason. Some of the stuff he'd be saying, if people are paying attention to what he's saying, he's just dropping a whole lot of jewels. He just be dropping it. A lot of good stuff for application in your life. Very good, very good. Deacon's class was good too. I learned, I'm telling you,
Yeah, I like
it's true.
Deacon's class.
After all these years, I'm still learning. There's things that came out in Deacon Abiel's class. I was like, word. I said, damn, how many times I read that? And I read over it.
Hey, actually, Deacon Abiel's class made me proud to be Levi. When he was going in and and showing how they was heaving.
Yeah.
We was sitting up there talking like, damn, they was heaving rams and
Yeah, and
they
I'm telling
must have
you,
been swole.
let me tell you, and Levi, remember, for that much cattle to have to slaughter and sacrifice, Levi was strong and they was skillful with the knife. That's why the Most High had to stop Levi, because Levi would have killed all 12 tribes, all 11 tribes. He would have killed all of them. The Lord said, whoa, easy, leave somebody back. I need somebody to worship me, Levi. Yeah, Levi was no joke.
All praise.
Yeah.
Hey, Bishop, while we wait, I had a question for you.
Yeah, what's up?
So we got Passover coming up, right? Mm-hmm. And I know you done been through a few decades worth of Passovers. Mm-hmm. I was just wondering, what do you look for when you go into like the Passovers now? Like, what gets you up for the Passover other than keeping God's commandments?
What I look for?
Yeah, like what?
For me, it's the camaraderie. It's everybody coming together. Watching it grow over the years from just a couple families to what it is now. People that I don't get to see that. My elbows are hurting right now. I know y'all don't know what this is, but these are men elbows. You see, it's a man elbow.
That's when you came over here and shalom his sweater. That's what happened.
The dab is stained. Yeah. You get hit with that.
Hey, where the
That's a
lotion
good
officer,
jokey
David?
joke.
Yeah.
Hey, those are oppression elbows.
And I'm
boy.
telling you, I'm talking about passive. I saw the elbow. I'm like, damn, you could tell the lotion passed right over this elbow. Boy. They didn't even catch it. But anyway, I was saying that it's see everybody come together. We don't get the opportunity throughout the year to see a lot of people. Right. So when we have this opportunity, it's great to see where we're at now, where we're growing to. So I always look forward to it because this is all I got. This is it for me. So all y'all mean the world to me. Even the IT team that take long against, I appreciate them, you know.
All praise.
That's right.
Solomon, what do you feel about it? Because you sitting there quiet. What do you here for? What you gonna do it in Braille? You gonna talk to us?
Oh, yeah.
So how you feel?
I feel like you feel, Bishop.
Good answer.
Like these brothers need.
I feel hungry right now. You feel
brothers
hungry?
need to hurry up with the IT. You
Damn.
know? But yeah,
How many Passovers have you celebrated so far?
7, about to be 8.
Seven. Have you went to the national ones, the big ones?
Yeah, Orlando, Dallas.
Oh, so you saw the big ones. Okay, good. All praises.
Praise.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good
Atlanta.
feeling.
Yeah,
And even the schools that are not able to get together, not able to, brothers and sisters, not able to travel to the main one, even the prospective cities, man, y'all get together and worship and have a good time, man. It's good. It helps build good memories. Down the years, you go back, you can look at it and know that you built relationships, you made memories, and those things are important, man. I don't know how people that be on this individual like stuff, you be in the house with one lamb chop and one romaine lettuce sitting there doing what? Got grease on your keyboard. That's not living, man.
Yeah.
This is.
Yeah, I had somebody ask if they can put smothered mushrooms on their lamp.
Yeah. There's some camps that do that. They give you some beef ribs too. You know.
They wild.
Okay, so what we doing
All
now?
right, IT, y'all ready?
We good.
Let's get it.
Go ahead, Already.
All right. A mother says her son was sold by students in a mock slave auction. School district votes.
Sound your vowels. Take your time.
School
A-E-I-O-U and sometimes Y.
district votes unanimously on action plan.
That was good. You said unanimously.
Hey,
Whoa.
That's a big word.
That was a good
I
guess.
can read, I can rap.
I
can read now.
read. He got a good public education.
Okay,
Reads
so
now.
so you telling me that they had a mock slavery in school?
Yep.
I'm telling you, they make mockery of us.
Yeah, you said
So
that.
what? So go back to let's see. Don't put on me. I want to see what. Let's see the article. Let's see where does this happen at first? North Carolina. Let me do some reading first. All right. North Carolina School Board voted unanimously Monday to approve an action plan after reported racial bullying in the district, including a student-organized mock auction of a black student. A group of parents and community members had called on the Chatham County School District to make changes after several reported racial bullying incidents at school in the district. See what happened? I'm going to tell you something. Here's those children that were being bullied, right? Mm-hmm. I can tell you for certainty, they didn't grow up in a household where they were being taught about slavery and the effects and what it did to us as a people. Right. I'm telling you, a lot of this generation don't know the severity. I've been in camp before and speak to young people. They even know we was in slavery.
Right.
I'm like, how the hell you didn't know? You never seen Roots? That was 40 years ago. They don't know. They don't understand it. So Somehow these Edomites understand it because they're doing a mockery. Right. If the children who are of all people understood the atrocities, you wouldn't be, because I remember seeing it. The guy threw some cotton balls at him. Right there, you'd got laid. You got
pulled
laid.
out a belt and whooped him.
And all Jake should have jumped up and just wore him out for that.
Right.
But go ahead, sir.
I'm sorry, but you know what it is? This is a narrative that they're trying to portray, saying, "Oh, they were being bullied." Because when you read on in the article, right, one of the little boy's mother, they interviewed her and they asked. She said she went to go speak to her son, and her son was like, "It's not a big deal. We do this all the time."
Right.
So that means that these black dudes, these black kids, were actually participating in it.
Right.
It wasn't like an activity that they were doing in school. They were doing this on their own time. Yep. And one of the kids was like, "You know what, man? Something may have transpired throughout the months," and they were like, "You know what? I'm a snitch on this thing." So these black kids, they were with the program. So I can't fully blast Esau. I blame these kids and these kids' parents for not educating them and for accepting it. Because if they would never accept it, right, this wouldn't be an issue.
Right. But the thing is these is the same kids that probably staying the night over their house, playing video games with them. Because what? They're trusting that same enemy who know their history. When they go home, the white man is telling them their history. They're going to tell them their history. You know what I'm saying? Right. But for us, for some reason, we want to not remember it, forget about it, leave it alone, forgive. That's that same, like Bishop always said, that same Christianity crack. At the end of the day, I guarantee that black families attending the same Christian church as those white kids. It always goes back to the Christianity church. That's what they're doing.
Watch this. Read it.
The book of Hosea, chapter 4 and verse 6. My people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge. Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee.
It says, my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. Trust, these young little Jake, they fully don't understand what slavery meant. Right. It wasn't enforced. I was like, forget, move on, don't talk about it, whatever. The old people are so destroyed mentally. And from the narrative, David, that you were saying that this was going, because I didn't see the whole thing. I just saw the cotton balls being thrown. But for it to have been an ongoing joke, do you know, I'm telling you, my time, that would have never happened. Right. If you did it, you know the ass, that could never fly. Right. That's not even funny or a joke or nothing. Right. But this people now, because of, and I happen to agree with you, once again, Christianity is the culprit. Right. It's all this act like you forgive, turn the other cheek, mentality. So it says, let me see something real quick. It says, his sons, I'm sorry?
I can read for you, Bishop.
I want to read. I need to practice. His sons I'm jumping now. His sons experienced a slave auction by his classmates, and when he opened up, we were made aware that this type of stuff seems to be the norm, so much that he didn't think it was worth shit.
You see that?
Yo, his friends went for $350. Another student was a slave master because he knew how to handle them. You see something? Esau teach his kids. Remember, listen,
exactly.
We sold these niggas in slavery. This is what you do. This is how you behave. They understand. They take pride. Let me tell you, when they see Roots and stuff like that, they don't see the atrocities of Roots, where they said, this is when we used to rule over them. This is when we had them like that. A nigga couldn't talk like they talk now. You better have pride in who you. That's why white people are very bold. Even do you know something? Do you know something in Esau? Do you notice that they are inherently dominant in their posture when they talk and when they behave? There's like they'll come here and say, "Oh, what's that you have there?" They don't know you from nowhere. Who was I with? Wait a second. I was with you. We was in a supermarket. Any white woman just walked up. What did she say again? What are you looking for?
Yeah, what are you looking for?
We was in the middle of the aisle. She was at the end. She just walked down the aisle and said, "What are you guys looking for?" And I'm like, it wasn't like we was in a department store. We're looking for seasonings. Well, let me help. I'm telling you one thing with them, they pay attention. Right. You wear a shirt, they look and trying to read. What does that say? They want to know. Because they already have this dominating, and we as people, we have this subjective, afraid, inferior way that we, something you get around Esau, you submit, your way you talk change. Hello, I do it. Let me tell you, we brainwash. We smitten with madness.
And you know what? It goes back to the role that Esau has played in our destruction mentally, physically, as a people, as a nation. Can you get Proverbs 23:7? Because this is when I read this article, I'm looking at it and I was like, I need to unpack this, because what is the root of black kids rehearsing and reenacting slavery? Like, don't they understand the atrocities that happened to us in slavery?
Yeah, recreate it, and you be the slave master, like
Right.
the Edomites be the slaves.
Like,
Let's switch it up. Let's remix it.
Hey, but
go ahead, read that real quick. You got it?
The book of Proverbs, chapter 23, verse 7.
Uh-huh.
For as he thinketh in his heart, so is he.
So it's showing you that our young black kids, so-called black kids, which are the real Israelites, you so-called Hispanics, blacks, and Native Americans today that are growing up, you guys truly believe that you're still slaves. And every time Esau has a chance to show you that you guys are slaves, he gonna show it to you, because they continue to believe and know that they are the masters over you.
Hey, what happened yesterday? Remember
Real
go ahead,
quick
sir.
before we go jump to that point you about to make. Because, they pushing critical race theory, right? What happened in critical race theory?
I was thinking the same
You see what
thing.
I'm saying? I thought
Yeah.
they couldn't teach about black history and what we went through. But
Right.
now today, you see what they doing to us. They doing this slave auctions. They showing that they really don't care. It's beneficial when it's for them. But when it's for us, it's not.
Right, and it goes back to what Bishop was saying. Subconsciously, we always are going to have that slave master mentality when we're outside of keeping God's commandments. That's why it's pivotal for you guys to get out of the Christian church, get out of Baptist, get out of Islam, and come back, thus saith the Lord, to learn who you truly are, because you don't know who you are.
And that's why it's so important for us to teach that Christ is a black man. Because every time they go to the Christian church, they look in the churches, they see a white image. So it automatically makes them submitful. We went to camp yesterday, and Jake, we was like, were we in slavery? He was like, oh, I don't believe that.
I don't believe that. Yep.
What did it take? It took for us to take pictures,
Yep.
show him the visual pictures and say, you don't know this? Then when he seen that, it snapped in his head like, damn, that is us. Damn, we did go into slavery. Imagery is very important.
That's some brainwash.
It's very important.
Hey, real quick, can I get Ezekiel 22:4? Just real quick. Just to show that Esau, like the point that Officer Day was bringing out, how they continue to mock us. They're not going to stop. It's 2022, and they still do these type of things, right? Read verse 4 and 5.
You said 22 and 4?
Yes, sir.
The book of Ezekiel, chapter 22, verse 4. Thou art become guilty in thy blood that thou hast shed, and hast defiled thyself in thine idols which thou hast made, and thou hast caused thy days to draw near, and art come even unto thy years.
Read on.
Therefore have I made thee a reproach unto the heathen.
You see that? The Most High said he has made us a reproach unto the heathen, right? When they see us as a disgrace, a shame, right? Come on, read.
And a mocking to all countries.
Hey, what?
A mocking to all countries.
They're going to continue to mock us. It's not going to stop, right? Read.
Those that be near.
Those that be near, here in the United States of America, right? In your own city, come on.
And those that be from thee, far from thee.
And those that be far in Ukraine, they still mocking us, right? Read.
Shall mock thee.
Shall do what?
Mock thee.
Read on.
Which are infamous, and much vexed.
There you go. So they're going to continue to mock us no matter where
cold
we are.
precept.
If we here, Ukraine, wherever we scattered, they're going to continue to mock us.
That's a cold precept. Let's continue to read this article.
Nah, let's move on.
You want to move on?
I had enough of us picking cotton.
All right, let's drop that one. Let's go to another one.
I wonder if we could ever do a mock like what was it in Europe when we ruled like the Dark Ages.
Right.
We could just have our foot in they.
Nah,
They don't talk about that history.
Hey, listen, we don't gotta do a mock. We keep these commandments. Guess what? We're gonna have our foot on their neck.
That's right.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
right.
They let them mock. It's okay, because guess what? The Israelites is back on the earth.
That's right.
And guess what? We training our children. We're teaching our kids. We letting them know who they are. Our women are in order. We not no simps. So guess what? Y'all can mock all you want, but one day, the sky gonna crack, and you're gonna see a big black foot on your neck.
Damn.
Okay, so what's this? We got black man begging for his life, shot 20 times in ER.
Damn.
That don't make no damn sense.
You supposed to go to the hospital to have your life saved. You know what I'm saying? To get better health-wise. This brother went to the hospital to literally get killed.
Right. But you know what's so heavy about that, right? That's why our people hate going to the hospitals. Like literally, when I was young, I would break my arm and I would be like, nah, I don't want to go to the hospital.
Because I may get shot 20
You know
times.
what I'm saying? Like,
For real.
I don't go for a damn cold.
I'm telling you,
I'm
man.
good.
You gonna
man.
get shot with
You gonna
guns
come
or
back.
get shot with a needle, one
Yeah,
of the two,
something.
man.
You get a cold, you come back, they be like, yeah, he died off of coronavirus or whatever,
Hey.
the jab.
Hey, let me tell you something. This is an old, I don't know if you all want to try to find it, feel free. But this happened years ago in Kings County Hospital in Brooklyn, New York. A woman went in saying she wasn't feeling well. She went to the emergency room. You know how they make you wait. You know, you have to write your number down or phone number, whatever. You give your number, you get a ticket. She got back up after waiting because New York is crowded. Said, listen, I'm feeling bad. When am I going to see a doctor? They said, ma'am, you have, and you know New York is how they are. You just got to wait. Wait your turn. And she waited. And after they cleared the whole hospital, you know, she was sitting there waiting in the corner, waiting a few times. They finally got to her. She was sitting dead in the emergency room. She died. Just sit up in the corner. They didn't even know. They thought she was sleeping. She died right in the emergency room. Damn. So let's see. Black man dies after being shot 20 times in the ER. So you're going to tell me shot 1 wasn't enough. Shot 2, 3. He needed 20 of them. Whatever he was doing, he needed 20 of those shots to stop it. What was he doing? Was he murdering people in there?
No, he was laying on the floor, Bishop.
And they was just shooting him.
Yep. He laying on the floor pleading for his life. You gonna see.
yeah, it's crazy.
Let's go.
Let's play.
Play it. You just got to hit that thing. There you go. And then you got to get like some volume too. Like
Sound, please.
Because I can't read lips. That's like some other stuff. There you go. There goes some sound.
I'm trying, Bishop.
Then we have to zoom.
Black man shot 20 times inside of the hospital. Inside of the hospital.
I got shot.
Damn.
Go to the video.
I almost had a heart attack. I was about to go to the hospital.
said you
I done got
thought-
shot 20 times.
You
because
said you
of
thought
y'all.
you got shot.
Damn. I was like, oh, shit. Let's go.
13 going back to 18 now.
You twist my arm, sir.
In your room 9, he's still got a gun.
Go. Get your hand up. I got it up. Get your other hand up. Okay. Now. Get it up. Get your hand up. Get your hand up now. Get your hand up now. Now. Get your hand up. I am, sir. I am. Are you okay?
Yeah.
Yes.
Can't really move.
I am, sir. I am, sir. I am. Can you just calm down, sir? Hand up now.
911, 96.
I said I can't get up, sir. I can't get up. Get your hand up! I don't care!
Let go of it. Let go of it.
I let go of it, sir. It's on the floor. Put your hand up now! Get your hand! Get your other hand up! My other hand is up, sir. Put it up above your head. Put it on your head. Get your right hand up! We're trying!
Other hand, dumbass.
Get your other hand on your head now! I'm just scared of your hand up! I'm just scared if I move, you're not gonna shoot me. Put your hand on your head! I'm just scared if I put your hand on your head. I'm putting the gun down. Put it down! Get your hand!
Davey,
Let go of the gun and put both of your hands up.
Davey,
Over your head.
Davey, if you take my spot, I'm gonna tase him.
Get your hand up now! Hand up!
Dana, quit waiting and do it. I got you.
Get your hand up! Cover, go! I swear to God, dude! Taser, taser! You shot it?
You good?
Yeah, I'm good.
Come on now, they killed him. They put 20 bullets inside of him. Here's the update to that story. The coroner has now officially ruled it to be obviously a homicide, okay? Now, this happened in Columbus, Ohio. We've been following this, not on Indisputable, but we've been following this, and now we know some details that you should know. Miles Jackson, let's put up his picture with his family. He's the man that was begging for his life and killed inside of the emergency room at the hospital in Ohio. According to the police report, Jackson allegedly had a gun tucked into his sweatpants, and the gun reportedly went off. That's what's on the report, which does not mean he opened fire at all. It just means the gun went off. That's what the police report says. Now, a medical examiner has ruled Jackson's death a homicide and reported that he was shot 20 times and suffered wounds to his head, chest, and abdomen. Earlier the same day, let me tell you how we got here. Earlier the same day, Jackson was reportedly taken to the same hospital he was killed in, Mount Carmel St. Anne's Hospital. That's in Westerville, for some kind of treatment. He was in the hospital for treatment. But Jackson walked away from the hospital and was later found passed out in a nearby parking lot. He's having a medical issue, which is why Westerville police were called. According to the AP, after a pat down where an officer previously cautioned for rushing his duties missed Jackson's gun, those officers followed medics back to the hospital where Jackson was met by Columbus police because he had a city warrant. A city warrant, all right? That means it's probably a traffic ticket. It's a city ordinance. He had a city warrant. That officer and the Columbus officers who shot Jackson were all white, okay? Miles Jackson was shot 20 times. It really seems like there had to be another way. Of course, Back the Blue advocates are going to immediately argue the shooting was justified and Jackson asked for it, despite him repeatedly asking for the opposite thing. To others, this is a clear case of police brutality, which is why, according to AP, protests in Columbus followed the shooting. At any rate, the AG's office concluded its investigation of the shooting in August and decided to forward it to the Franklin County prosecutor, who will determine if charges are to be filed against the cops involved. Now, there's a clear double standard here. A very clear double standard. I would just highlight a couple. This week, Indisputable covered an armed man who went to a sheriff's office to arrest the sitting sheriff. That's in Florida. His name is Robert Abel. The sheriff is the only female elected sheriff in the entire state. Not only was he heavily armed in Clay County, he tried to arrest the sheriff. He had his guns on him. He had ammunition, he had knives, he had a change of clothes, he had medication. He even had meals prepared. They were able to disarm him through physical combat. They did not shoot him. They did not kill him. Remember the video you just saw, one officer, a young lady, wanted to engage in a non-lethal element during that situation. She said, hey, I would tase him. A couple of weeks ago, Indisputable covered.
All right, pause. So what's your take on it? I want to hear from Sam. Sam, what's your take on this?
So first, let's get Deuteronomy 28:66, because at first you could hear his voice. You know what I'm saying? Like you can hear somebody's voice if they aggressive, if they mellow tone. You know, right. He sounded scared.
Right.
He really sounded genuinely scared. Like, you know, he was trying to talk to him like, you know, I don't really want to raise my hand because, you know, y'all might shoot me. Why? Because he sees it many of times that has happened before on TV, news articles, the press. We get shot for no reason. It doesn't matter what we do. We put our hands up, boom, he's trying to shoot us. So he was genuinely scared. And this is why. Deuteronomy 28:66.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 66. Bring it out. And thy life shall hang in doubt before thee.
So this is a curse that will happen to the Israelites, so-called black people, black Hispanics and Native Americans. It says what again?
And thy life shall hang in doubt before thee.
Hang in doubt. You at the ER and police are coming at you. You don't even want to obey them because even if you obey them, you still might die.
And he did.
Our life is in doubt because of all these atrocities. Read on.
And thou shalt fear day and night, and shall have none assurance of thy life.
We don't have no assurance of our life. What do you expect us to do at this point? You know what I'm saying? What should we do? Because even if we do put our hands on our head or whatever, we gonna get shot 20 times,
Right.
and die.
What they need to do is keep God's commandments. That's what you need to do. But you know what's so crazy about it? That time and time again we see this happen. The police, they just use, he got a gun. You been knew he got a gun. They just use that as a scapegoat to shoot him, to justify it. You been knew he had a gun when you walked in there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So they wait till they see it and be like, oh, I see it, shoot him now.
Because
But
they know that they on camera.
They know they're on
It's
camera.
tactics that they're using.
Right.
Right.
They have to say that to justify why they're doing it. So they say, if you notice, there was 2 vantage points. You seen the first vantage point where they were behind him with guns, then the other vantage point where you seen him behind on the door with a female cop. So you have cops on both ends. So when you scream, he has a gun, the other cops that can't see you, they're gonna start firing. Everybody gonna start firing at that same location. But I do want to say something. I'm gonna read a couple things. I know you all gonna say, "Damn, Bishop, you hard." All right, we know Esau's the devil, but,
Bring it out.
Go to Isaiah 3. Y'all gonna hate me for this. I want you to go back to that brother's image. Go back to his picture. Go back in this thing. Find in the beginning of this video, they show his image with his woman. 3 and 9. Read that.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 3, verse 9.
Bring it out.
Or 12.
Yeah. Let me see. I'm looking at it.
Yeah, 9 is a sodomite.
Yeah, 9.
9?
Yeah.
Isaiah chapter 3, verse 9. The show of their countenance doth witness against them.
The show of his countenance does witness against him. Look at this dude. This dude got tattoos all over his face.
Put his picture up, please.
I mean, y'all, you got to understand what you're working with. He looked like a criminal. I'm sorry. I'm not saying he is a criminal. He was a criminal. I'm just telling you, that's the fashion of this world.
Right.
You look like that.
Bishop,
Give me Sirach 19. Yep.
Bishop, I'm gonna be honest with you. Even for me, as you know, as an Israelite, when I see another Israelite with a tattoo in his face, I automatically think he's crazy.
Yeah. He gang banging, whatever he's doing.
Automatically.
Yep. Yeah. So his countenance does witness against him. Give me that Sirach 19. You know what I'm talking about?
29.
That's it.
The book of Sirach, chapter 19, verse 29.
Bring it out.
A man may be known by his look, and one that hath understanding by his countenance when thou meetest him.
Right. So without speaking to him, just by his look, you already make an assessment of what you're thinking. Now, trust me, I don't trust Esau, and I believe that it was excessive in this. But on face value, based on the climate in this world, how it is, that's why I be telling my sons, these kids love to walk around with do-rags on all day. Here's another thing, sidebar. I don't understand that. You cut your hair to get waves, right? And then you wear do-rags all day. You never take it off. Nobody ever see the waves. I don't understand why you do it for it. And you just wear it all day, and then you take it off to get your hair cut, to put it back on. Y'all Negroes stupid.
They waiting for the right time, Bishop.
They never take it off.
They know
They
what
gotta
they
take it off to somebody
Their
important.
damn head smell like feet.
Look at him. Look at him.
Anyway,
Look at him.
sweaty ass head. Anyway, here's the point. So as a cop, I'm telling me as a cop, if I'm seeing a guy and I'm driving by and I'm seeing him with a do-rag, with a hoodie, I tell myself, stop walking around hoodies in your head in school.
Right.
You look a certain way. So as a cop driving by, I see you in a car with a do-rag on, they're like, pull this dude over.
Right.
They already make an impression of you, but you young people is too damn stupid. I'm telling you straight up, you too damn, you think you know until that hot ass lead lick your backside, and then reality gonna hit you. That's what you'll be thinking, the old ones, they be, okay, all right, go figure out your way. So back to this dude. Look at his face. Tattooed up in life. You think he's getting a job at Tesla?
Negro,
You think he's gonna be? You think he's gonna be an engineer at? What do you think he's gonna do? His job limitations. Listen, at best, he might get a job overnight at Waffle House. Right. I'm sorry to say it, real talk. That's what he looked like. So then we want to get on Esau, even though they deserve what they get. But come on, man, let's don't be ignorant and be like, no, read this, 19 and 30, 19 and I can't see. 29?
29 first. Yes,
Yeah.
Sirach chapter 19, verse 29. A man may be known by his look, and one that hath understanding by his countenance when thou meetest him. A man's attire and excessive laughter and gait show what he is.
So the way you look, the way you behave is going to show who you are. You got a do-rag on, you got your pants sagging, you got tattoos on your face. They automatically say, listen, can I tell you now? This is, and what I'm about to say, trust me, I know I could be wrong. And if I am, Lord forgive me. But that dude looked like he did enough dirt in his life and other things. He just didn't get pinched for it. And that's how life is. You know, people be sitting in jail for stuff they didn't do, but they did a whole lot of dirt. It just equals out. You didn't get pinched for that, but you got this. Trust me, I don't think he's right now on an honor list for oncology at Baylor. I don't see that. I don't see that in him.
Right.
This dude looked a certain way, and the cops see that, and if, we already saying, look, how you think an Edomite cop gonna think? Yeah. You understand what I'm trying to say?
Yes, sir.
So whatever, And let me go back and finish my point. Okay, and then he's in the hospital with a pistol. Everybody act like, whoa. Okay, now I'm gonna show you something based on, and this could be wrong too. What they say he had a pistol in his waist. That's nigga shit. Mm-hmm. It ain't like he got a holstered pistol. Right. He's in his waist, and he's in the hospital with a pistol. Come on, if you're walking around like that with a pistol, it's because you got people looking for you doing something wrong in your life. Right. So listen. Yeah. Esau got enough that they do wrong, but I'm not going to hang this solely on them in this case. Nah. It is what it is.
And Bishop, to back up your point, because like the normal thought process would be like, oh, pity the brother, and like you said, we got to understand everything is of the Lord, right? Give me that in Psalm chapter 17 and verse 13.
Before you read that, I do want to say this. Yes, sir. Bishop said this earlier. You see that brother, the way he is smitten with madness to look like that. And that is the result of the atrocities that happened to his people. These are the effects of happened to people. So Esau created that kind of monster look right there, that monster in him. And then now they're going to kill the creation they made. You understand that? He's like that because of that. Because of what happened to his people, that's the reason why he's smitten with madness. And look, I'm telling you, he got a family, he got his children, he got a daughter, sons. So he has a family,
right?
But the street still got a part of him, still got him. And because he's running around with a pistol in his waist in the hospital, now those kids are going to grow up without a father. And what? The cycle continues. What you going to read now?
Yeah, read that real quick. Just to land back off Bishop's point, because we're quick to blame Esau, not knowing that the Lord's hand is in everything. Everything goes through the Most High. Watch this. Read that.
The book of Psalms, chapter 17, verse 13. Arise, O Lord, disappoint him, cast him down. Deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword.
So the wicked is the Most High sword. So as us being the children of Israel, that's how he corrects us. This is an example for us. So you brothers in the world to repent. Start keeping God's commandments. Come out of that street life, because that's the end result. Is either prison or death. That's what it is. All right.
Okay, I want to read something. We had a comment. Brother on here named Chris Blue said, either way, Esau is a hypocrite to his own laws and constitution. Chris, I happen to agree with you there. Guns are not illegal, and clothes are freedom of speech. Okay, I don't know what you're talking about, because we know guns are not illegal. But do you really think that was a licensed firearm he was carrying? Come on, if I had to be a betting man, it's not. And clothes is a freedom of speech. Then, Chris, if you want to, you could throw on a tight skirt and walk around in heels. It's a freedom of speech. No, there's certain things you just don't do. We in captivity. We don't run this. There's a certain way you move. So, that freedom of speech, Chris is saying that Esau is a hypocrite, which he's right. But then he's touting Esau's laws by freedom of speech.
Right.
Come on, man. If you know he's a hypocrite, then you know there's not freedom of clothes of freedom of speech. Mm-hmm. If that's the case, you wouldn't walk around half naked and look like dots, and that's all right. It's a freedom of speech. You holding up the same thing you say is hypocrisy, Chris.
And you know why that's such a scapegoat and that's such BS? Because if clothes was a freedom of speech, right? So next time you have an interview, Chris, go in there with a do-rag, saggy your pants, and whatever clothes you want to wear and see if you get the job. We understand that there's no such thing as freedom of speech and freedom for us. The only freedom that we have is unlocking our mind through this Bible. But the way things are set up is set up like that for a reason. Even when I was in elementary and middle school, I couldn't go to school the way I wanted to dress. They said, nah, you got to wear brown khakis and a white button-up. And if you don't, you suspend it for 6 days.
Right.
So that's BS. Ain't no such thing as freedom of speech, bro.
Yeah, but again, I do think the cops were excessive. I think it could have been de-escalated differently because I didn't see him from his conversation, the way he was moving, like you were saying. It didn't seem aggressive. He had one hand up. He said his other hand must have been injured. He couldn't get it up. So they could have de-escalated. But why would you expect that from Satan? Satan's not going to de-escalate it. No.
Right.
They listen. They hungry for blood. So we happen to agree, but. He got to take some of that accountability himself. You could have mitigated that if you wasn't walking in there with a pistol in your waist.
Exactly. In the hospital.
Come on, man.
Get Proverbs 1 and 20. Just to go into further how Bishop was saying, you pretty much asking for it when you do certain things. We're going to start at 20 just because, this is wisdom crieth out.
That's right.
Read that.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 1, verse 20. Wisdom crieth without. She uttereth her voice in the streets. She crieth in the chief place of concourse, in the openings of the gates. In the city she uttereth her word, saying, how long, ye simple ones, will ye love simplicity?
So again, how long are we going to love simplicity? We should know, like Bishop was bringing out, you're not going to be able to get certain jobs and, be certain places or treated like such if you have tats all over your face, you always wearing the do-rags, pants sagging, your car is even a certain type of way. You got the big spinners, everything tinted. You can't see nothing in the car. You're going to be profiled. You already black, but you making it worse.
Right. And then you asking for, why we don't get justice. There's no justice for us. You didn't figure that out yet? Right. How many people got killed by cops already and you still thinking they're going to be justice? Right. No, you better, listen, these commandments will give you wisdom and teach you how to navigate amongst your enemies, how to move, how to speak. So when I'm driving, cops, I'm older now, so I'm not they won't pull me over, but you pull me, I'm good. Yes, officer, how can I help you? So you come, I turn on a news channel, put up friggin' whoever it is, 10 wins. That's New York, but anyway, I put on, and I'm like, yes, officer, how can I help you? License registration, absolutely. I pulled you over. Whatever reason you pulled me, it must be a good reason, officer. It must be a good reason. Yeah, no problem. Right there, you think I'm gonna make you judge and jury in the street? You know why I pulled you over? Obviously, officer, no, I don't. But I'm assuming it has to be a good reason, officer. How can I help? What do you need from me? Your ID, whatever. You think? I'm trying to get up out of there. Can I search your car? Absolutely, officer. Feel free. Give me a handcuffs. I put it on myself. Search the car. I don't give a shit. And after I want to get up out of here, yes, sir, you to death. Yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir. Because right then and there, I'm not trying to get shot. I'm not trying to prove a point. Why are you doing that for? Why is this for? See, this is what I mean. Nigga, hold this lead. Right. And then you think you stood for what? Come on, I'll catch you on the other side when the kingdom come. On this side, you going to win on this side.
Right.
But not on that side.
It's because our people are stuck in that trick bag believing that they do have freedom of speech.
Man,
and that their opinion really matter. Listen, Negro. Your opinion does not matter to the white man. It never will, never has.
I had a cop pull me one time. I had a cop. Well, first let me tell you, I got a cop pull me when I was back in New York. Was it New York? Or Florida, whatever I was. Anyway, he pulled me over, and as he's coming out of his car, I took the key out the car, and I put the keys on top of the hood of the car. And he walked up and he said, license registration. So I gave it to him. I said, here you go, officer. He said, why did you put the keys on top of the car like that? I said, because I know you got a dangerous job. I know every time you get this car, you're trying to get home to your family. And I want you to feel confident with me. You're going to be all right. You know what he did? He said, here's your license registration. Get right back to me. He said, here you go. Just get right back like that. I said, you be safe out there and get home safe. He said, you too. A white cop.
Wow.
And I was speeding. He just
wisdom.
Hey, come on. Oh, you want me to go? Why you see? There's the oppression of the white man. Nothing, Negro, please. With wisdom, you better get understanding.
But Bishop, the saddest thing about this is because I see it, and I'm to a degree, I'm like, damn, that's still our people. But you know what they're gonna do after this? They're gonna go march. That's what they're gonna go do. They're gonna go march for a weekend. They're gonna do the same stuff except come back to God's laws. That's what it's ridiculous.
There is powerful niggardry at work here.
Overcome someday. We gonna overcome when we keep these commandments.
That's right.
That's right.
Go sing a gospel hymn song, and they're gonna light your black behind them. So, and if you think that I'm leaning too much in being favored with the white cops. Go out there and try your way and see how it works.
Act like a nigga, see what happens.
I'm telling you, young ones, take them do-rags off your head, move them around. I'm telling y'all wait for them to light your behind
Message.
up. Take them. I be telling them, you
Take
walk
them
on
Timbs
do-rags
off,
all day. I'm saying you wait for them.
Bring it out,
You
Bishop.
look like you belong on First 48. I'm telling you right now.
Bishop, you know what's crazy
What's
is
that?
that I know in Israel we be battling a lot of spirits, sins, adultery, things like that. That's in brothers that are trying to keep the commandments.
Dude said Bishop could hold a note. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Yeah, go ahead. What you said now? I'm sorry.
What I find interesting is that we keep feeling bad for these people like we're talking about, right? Can I get a precept real quick?
Let's go.
Let's go to Romans 13.
Yeah, bring it out. Put it back in and bring it out again.
We talk about it all the time, but let's start at verse 13 and 1. We'll just read down through it real quick.
The book of Romans, chapter 13, verse 1.
Bring it out.
Let every soul be subject unto the higher powers, for there is no power but of God. The powers that be are ordained of God.
So we already know God is the ruler of all these things. He's got the whole world on lock, right? So what's happening is he set the white man up over us, like Officer brought out earlier, to be the belt to keep us in check, right? Go ahead, read on.
Verse 2. Whosoever therefore resists the power, the ordinance of God, and they that resist shall receive to themselves damnation.
So when we don't get in order like what the leadership is bringing out here, we are actually resisting what God has already set up over us, which is our captivity. We're supposed to just be quiet, don't say nothing, just obey, comply, and do what you need to do. Now watch this.
So,
read.
officer, before you go on, so let me ask you this. So you saying when we don't listen to the white man and we try to think we could do our own thing, that's going against what God says?
That's right. That's absolutely right. And that's
That's
something we don't understand, especially when you don't have these commandments. We get real confused on that. Great point, officer.
Go ahead, finish that off, officer.
Verse 3. For rulers are not a terror to good works, but to the evil.
And that's the point right there. They're not going to be a terror to good works, which is what? Keeping the commandments of God. They're going to terrorize you when you're going contrary to what God wants you to do. So I don't know what the brother's doing. I'm not going to assume anything, but I just know in Israel where brothers actually keeping the laws, they be wicked as hell too. So this brother has no laws. Ain't no tell if he's selling to his people. Is he committing adultery on? We don't know what's going on past these pictures, right? And he's dealing with them because God is the one that puts everyone in the ground and brings everyone up, right? Finish that out?
Yeah, man. Okay, finish it.
Oh, but go ahead, Bishop.
No, finish it.
Verse 3. For rulers are not a terror to good works, but to the evil. Wilt thou then not be afraid of the power?
You better be afraid, read.
Do that which is good, and thou shalt have praise of the same.
If you do good according to the word of God, you're going to be all right. Like Bishop was saying, you get pulled over, hey, I ain't got time for this. I know I'm trying to go home to my family. You have whatever, man. I'm not trying to prove a point. I don't got pride on me like that where I'm going to lose my life to prove a point because I should have freedom of speech. Nah, that's stupid. So keep the commandments and live.
Hey, two things. One, you ever notice with Jake when police is harassing them, trying to arrest them, Jake be doing this, put the camera, pulling away like this, pulling the shoulder away. That's resisting arrest, right? Here's the point. I don't understand why why you doing? If you're gonna go, you might just go out all out. Pulling your shoulder ain't gonna stop them. They don't go. You know, if it's between us, they'll kill. Like me and you beefing, we'll kill each other. A cop is harassing you unjustified, and all you do is pull your shoulder out. I told a thug, man, you should just shoot him dead then. And it'd be on the run. What's pulling your shoulder gonna do? Nah, man, big doobie. Nah, why you doing this? But he like, why you doing this? Why? I'm telling you, man, you all playing games, man. But secondly, I want to say about this family real quick. It's a sad story.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, this woman was without her husband and the father of her children. Because those look like all his kids. Like they had a family. And because their minds is not instructed in the laws of God, that this brother lost his life on something that could have been prevented if he had wisdom and know how to navigate. So it's imperative for us to hit these streets and teach all people, or you're going to lose a lot more people just for senseless stuff like that, you know? Yeah, let's move on.
All right, so this is what we're going to do, Israel. We're going to go into commercial, all right? We're going to go into commercial. All right, shalom, Israel. Stay tuned.
It's right here, could never stop. Nah. One time, hey. I live on the job, right? Yeah, I'm always at work, right? Real people stay by me, right? Haters wanna do hurt, right? Know they trying to stop me, right? Drag my name through dirt, right? I don't feed into the hate, right? I just answer with a smirk, facts. I feel so special, facts. I know my worth, facts. My bloodline royal, facts. We the kings of the earth, right? You can't stop this, nah. You can't stop this, no way. Yo, boy, way I try, don't test. Them thing that not work, Visionary, I see it, right? We the realest man, we the chosen man. Sorry, you can't.
On Monday,
Bishop
passing out
Nathaniel
pamphlets
Ben
spreading
Israel,
the teaching.
who's of the founder,
Israel
of course, of
United
the
in
Israel
Christ
United
is in Nigeria to offer
Christ.
what they term as a different perspective to Christianity.
Israel United in Christ.
That's correct.
What is this, a religion, a denomination? What is it?
It's prophecy. You are now a witness to the greatest movement known to man. The great awakening of the 12 tribes of Israel. IUIC has taken the charge from the Lord to travel throughout the four corners of the earth. We've completed 35 missions without you. Imagine what we can do with you. Join now.
IUIC TV.
You are now flying.
That's where we getting shut down. And 'cause you wanna do you, so it ain't gonna stop now. No. Get over singing the blues. I say it won't stop now. 'Cause you wanna do you, it won't stop now. Get over singing the blues.
If my name was J. Cole, they listen. Or rep the east side for the bloods they mention. My name in the hashtag worse. Follow every move that I make and rehearse the moves that I make and the bread that I fake and the lies that I told and the lights that portrayed and the risks that I take and the pain I'm ashamed to confess when I'm really laid back in the shade. But ain't nothing worse than a nigga. You could do right, but you rather bang triggers. Some of y'all do it for the gram. Won't drop a stack to look out for your fam. Stand tall for them Kobe, Snoops, and Beyonce's. Creflo flow dollars and Morion, whatever Dre say. Stand up tall for the LGBTQT, but they won't stand up for you and me or the slain in the streets.
Down, and 'cause you wanna do you, so it ain't gonna stop now. No. Get over singing the blues. I say it won't stop now. 'Cause you wanna do you, it won't stop now.
Missing shot that scissors, little boy or girl, no chance for pitching, even though there's judgment. You crip for blood and riding down that block and get sacked for thugging. Own guns in public, posting pictures stunting. Hard in the bow wow, life is a lost child. Pots in the box now, went down the wrong out. Tell me how a cage bird sing with no chirp. Next tail, boost the egos, so get yourself murked by the most high. No lie, just to come faster than a bullet. Please, lighten speed, we can get by if you lighten speech. Or take heed to the commandments. So people out here dying to the point that their head switch. Forgot who we was, thought we lost in the damn field, low in the damn clear.
That's why we getting shut down. And 'cause you wanna do you, so it ain't gonna stop now. No. Get over singing the blues. I say it won't
corruption. What is your nationality?
Bruh, ain't nobody worried about nationality, bruh. Ain't nobody in the hood worried about
What is your money gonna do for you?
Ain't nobody in the hood worried about
What is your money do for you when the missiles drop here in America? Bring it out.
But I say it won't stop now.
IUIC TV.
Shalom, Israel. This is Bishop Nathaniel. I want you to know that you can view all our Sabbath classes live on IUIC TV. That's right, I said on IUIC TV. Download the app today. Shalom. Shalom. This is Bishop Nathaniel of Israel United in Christ. I have an important message about your leaders in the Christian church. Your bishops, pastors, reverends, and ministers are all lying to you and leading you straight to damnation. The truth is, you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans are the biblical Israelites, according to Deuteronomy chapter 28. Jesus Christ is a black man with white wool hair, according to Revelation chapter 1, verses 14 and 15. We as the Israelites must keep the commandments in the faith of Christ to receive salvation, as it is written in Revelation chapter 14, verse 12. I've challenged and debated Christian authorities all over the world on these issues. Not one of them has been able to negate this truth. Your pastors have led you astray, worshiping pagan holidays and false gods, just as in the days of old. So join us on our mission to restore the true nation of Israel before the decree goes forth. The work is plentiful, but the laborers are few. Visit our website at israelunite.org or call us at 855-484-4842 to learn more and visit our schools. Shalom.
The Messiah is a savior and a conqueror.
Joseph, follow me.
Check, check. Hey, Shalom Israel. Welcome back to
WCO.
All praise to the Most High.
Hey, so Bishop, this what happened, right?
What happened?
Friday.
Friday what?
Friday they have this event in Austin called South by Southwest, right?
Yep.
And just to keep them up to speed, they had an event called South by Southwest.
Right.
And that's where like all these music artists and stuff like that come to Austin and they try to be something, you know, or try to make themselves.
That's what Tory Lanez got his shot at South by Southwest. You knew that?
Right.
See, I'm current. And you
I know,
old.
Bishop. I know you.
y'all
I
think
know
I'm
you
old.
be on
Y'all
your
think
game.
I don't
I know
know.
you be on your game, Bishop.
Yeah, free Tory.
But the prophet showed
Anyway, I'm
up.
talking about Meg Thee Stallion. She's a liar. That dude DNA, I know we wasn't talking about. I'm sorry, I'm talking about that. His DNA wasn't even on the pistol, man.
Oh, you talking about Megan
Yeah,
the donkey?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They're gonna lie.
Megan the
Anyway,
male
let's go
horse.
back.
The male horse.
Male horse.
I hope when he beat the case,
Right.
he repent first. Right. But I hope when he beat the case that they cancel her. Damn lie, trying to get this man sent to jail. I see that affects me personally.
Right.
Getting sent to jail for something you didn't
Right.
do. I know how to. Let me go move on.
Because they already trying to
I'm
cancel Tory.
about to go through some trouble. Don't do it.
They're already trying to cancel
Talk
him.
to go far away.
Woosa.
Let's go on.
So the prophet showed up.
Devil's a lie.
We showed up on Friday, right? We did the work, all praise to the Most High. And guess what happened?
What
Saturday, 4 people got shot.
Powerful nigga
It
tree.
never fails.
Wow.
Some powerful nigga
It
tree.
never fails. It never
There's
fails.
powerful niggardry at work here.
That is so hilarious. So he got shot up.
Got shot
I'm
up.
telling you, little young ones that want to be out there on 6th Street doing that stuff, you go play with God. Play with God. Y'all think it's a joke.
Think God is not going to hold you guilty for that?
Bring it out.
Damn. All right. Think it's a joke.
Let's play that video.
Yeah, let's go ahead and play that video. I think it happened in Arkansas too, the same thing. Shootout over there.
It was a shootout. But before we play that video, back to your point though, Bishop, man. You know, brothers think they slick and they want to go and be deceitful and do certain things and seek out this lifestyle. What you about to see, that's what's waiting for you.
Right.
When you leave this Bible and you want to go see what's out there,
Go ahead and find out.
we're going to show you right now
You ain't got
what's
no
out there for
protection.
you.
There's no
Right here in
protection.
Austin, South by Southwest 6th Street.
Hey, Officer David, that's heavy what you just said because remember
We're staying on top.
Officer Raz and Officer Khalil. Remember when we was passing out flyers, we ran into a brother that was like, "Oh, Shalom,
Right.
I'm in the New Orleans camp."
Right.
He said that the brother was walking around no fringes
on.
You know,
We
he
tried
was
to talk
just
to him. He cleared it.
Did y'all take a picture with him?
He was false
No.
claiming. Nah, bitch, you know, we don't do that.
I want to see his face.
Yeah,
Do that.
he cleared it. When we tried to talk to him, Bishop,
It
he
was
was out.
crazy.
He was out.
But yeah, like you were saying, like okay, go out in these certain type of events and thinking you just chilling and stuff, and then you can just get gunned down.
Let's see what happened now.
We're staying on top of breaking news. A mass shooting on the last day of South by Southwest. Police believe they have caught the person responsible, taking them into custody just before 5 this morning. 4 people are in the hospital. They are all expected to survive. The shooting happening near the festival on East 6th Street near Nietzsche's. This is the second mass shooting on 6th Street in the past year.
It is.
Message.
Just like the scriptures say, evil pursueth sinners. It never fails. As soon as the prophet showed, we showed up in Chicago, same thing happened.
Yep.
This Arkansas thing, same thing happened. All right, y'all better repent. We just out there to mark y'all. That's it.
That's it. You gonna live that. You gonna live
Stop
that
being a
life
damn
out there.
fool.
You know, I don't know. I've never in my life seen a party or event worth getting shot for. I just don't understand. Now I know when you're young and you don't know no better, but for you all that's in this truth and you're trying to live a secret life and be dabbling that stuff, boy, you looking for God to judge you.
Facts.
Be afraid. I ain't worth it. I tell you, some reality's hit. I'm telling you, there's 2 times reality hits you in life. Well, a few times, but this 2 I'm talking about. One, when you get shot, and the other one, police throw handcuffs on you. Then everything starts flooding and reality the shit start getting real clear.
Sliding in them seats.
Get
in the
real
back.
humble.
Things start getting real clear.
Get real humble.
I ain't going
handcuffs
back. They
on
give you cushion in the back
Them
seat.
handcuffs
Just be
gone,
sliding.
boy. You start sobering up real quick, and you better not have no warrants because reality starts striking you hard, boy. You like, damn, I could have just stayed home and
That's
I should have
crazy.
been here. Yeah,
You think about everything you finna do differently in life.
Yeah, like there you go. Believe that.
Then you won't call on the Most High.
You're like, hello. Yeah, what's this now? We doing Hebrew history? What's this now?
Yes,
sir.
Hey, we got anybody calling in? Anybody online waiting? Nah, hey, anybody calling? What's the number? Tell them to call in right now. Is it a phone number?
Zoom.
It's a Zoom
It's gonna
link.
be a Zoom call.
I'm from a different generation, boy. I'm like, Like it's a telethon.
J.G. Wedgworth.
Oh, man.
We
So,
got
yeah.
the link posted in the description.
Yeah, post in the description the link. Y'all calling. What we talking about now?
So we're going to go
Why we
into
keep on
some
seeing
history.
Tupac
I don't know.
I don't know. They got two.
Tupac
we
still-
appreciate you.
He's still relevant?
Nah, it's Jupop, Bishop.
Jupop.
No, that's not
Only
my
God could judge me.
That look like you, Khaled.
Oh man. Yeah, let's get that article about
Carlo, like he took some
the video of the ghettos. Oh, that's it. All right, let's play that.
Let's see. That look like.
Tell the homies I'm in heaven and they ain't got hoods.
Like many songs will tell you,
Bullet holes left in my peepholes.
the story of what housing and other living conditions look like for many Black Americans is pretty bleak, and that's by design. In addition to artists cataloging their very personal experiences,
When the landlord dissed us, no heat. Wonder why Christmas missed us.
it's been proven that the modern phenomenon of concentrated Black poverty was an intentional government-sponsored institution. This is in part why President Biden issued an executive order back in January, intended to right the historical wrongs Black folks have faced when it comes to housing and home ownership in this country. But first, let's take it back.
The dawn of the 20th century, African Americans in major cities lived scattered throughout the city. They weren't segregated particularly. It's only with the Great Migration of 6 to 7 million African Americans north and west escaping the South, the predominant response of the United States government and state and local governments to the Great Migration was to contain Black people in their own neighborhoods. And HUD, the Department of Housing and Urban Development, was particularly a part of this role. With the precursors to HUD, introduced and encouraged racially restrictive covenants, redlining of every major city where African Americans landed. The federal government was a sponsor of urban renewal, infamously called Negro removal by the great James Baldwin.
Urban renewal, which means moving the Negroes out. It means Negro removal. That is what it means. And the federal government is an accomplice to this fact.
That so-called urban renewal also included a federally sponsored interstate highway system, which was intentionally designed to mow through vibrant Black neighborhoods. Take Miami, for example. 2 highways, I-95 and I-395, bulldoze right through the predominantly Black and low-income Overtown neighborhood, previously called Colored Town during segregation.
The Department of Housing and Urban Development and the federal government writ large in the first 7 decades of the 20th century invested billions.
Being that they said that real quick, do you know what the purpose of putting highways right through the middle of Black communities? Anybody know the reason why? Anybody here? Why did they pick those areas to put highways right through the community? They could have built it to the left and right in some cities, like in Tulsa. Tulsa, they put a highway. What's the highway through Tulsa again? 44. Damn, that's a trucker right
That's
there.
a truck driver.
44.
444.
Highway 44.
Hey, I was rather trying to hold it in too.
Yeah.
Hey.
Anyway, you understand? Oh, but let me just tell you. Cities like Colored Town, or what they call Overtown now, they were thriving Black cities where Blacks were making money, sustaining themselves. Same thing in Tulsa and many other. That's countless. And part of the planning was we're going to separate that city and break it down, because they're growing too big, the economy is too strong, and we're going to segregate it. So in other words, what we're going to do is drive a highway through the middle of it that is going to separate the city, break it up, and then we're going to put them at odds with each other. That's why you have like in LA, you have the East Coast Crips and the West Side Crips. Because they divide the city, and they eventually have them pitted against each other. But this is all. Let me tell you, Esau. One thing about Esau, never underestimate his level of intelligence. One thing he does understand is the psyche of man and how they think. He understood that we have to separate break up the communities, then break up the households with the fathers to destroy them as a people. And they invested billions of dollars to do this.
Right. And I know we were speaking about this earlier in the week. When I saw this video, I kind of had to take a step back and say, damn, Esau is good at what they do.
Of course.
They're really calculated in how they move in the agenda of keeping us oppressed.
Yes.
That's why the nigga pisses me off, because we'll fight for our block, our hood. That's my ghetto. When you don't understand that Esau sets you up in a trick bag to put you in there so you can do that.
It ain't yours.
It's crazy.
So play it on.
Of dollars in racial segregation and concentrated poverty. Each time this country created a peculiar institution that subordinated Black people, slavery, Jim Crow, it created and dismantled it. They replaced it with another one. And the iconic Black ghetto, I don't use that as a pejorative, I use it as a descriptor, was a follow-on institution to slavery and Jim Crow. That's the legacy that every new administration inherits, and the Biden administration has as well.
Today, I'm directing the Department of Housing and Urban Affairs and Urban Development to redress historical racism in federal housing policies.
This executive order is just one
Go back
of
a little
four
bit. Just go
signed
back a little bit on Biden. Right there.
I'm directing the Department of Housing and Urban Affairs and Urban Development to redress historical racism in federal housing policies.
Stop. To readdress historical racism in federal, and that is so true what he's saying. But here's what strikes me: you're gonna tell me Obama didn't see this stuff, and it takes Esau to address it, which we know is BS his addressing anyway.
Right.
But for him to even verbalize that, Obama, when he's in office, he wasn't doing nothing for Jake. The only thing he did for Jake was Jake sodomites, where you can all gay people get married.
And free phones.
And
Yeah,
free,
the
and
Obama
free
phone.
The Obama phone. That was it. But now you got an Edomite who we know don't care about us. But I can't believe he verbalized the racism in urban housing projects.
Right.
That is, let me tell you something. For you all who grew up in the South and never really seen housing projects, and not that you don't have housing projects in the South, but you ain't really never seen no real housing project. Trust me. Unless you live in a major city up north or Midwest, you don't know what a housing project look like. You Philly, West, you'll see it. We're talking about one housing project will be a cluster of 20 buildings, floors 1 to 30. And that's just one housing project. And then you go a few blocks down, there's another one like that. So you got one building with 30 floors. I know in Chicago or in Newark, I went to one time, the elevators wasn't even working.
Right.
And this was 20-something floors. And each floor, you have maybe 15 to 20 units on the floor, 30 floors up. And that's one building. Let me tell you something. You put people like that, what do you expect to get out? What do you expect when you have people? That's caged. They caged in. Then when the crack epidemic rate took off, some of you too young to know that, what they began to do was they began to put gates around the projects. And they said this was to protect the people. And no, it was to trap them in there. You couldn't get in and out very easily. Now cops can't get, now dudes are selling drugs in there now. Dudes selling drugs love it because police can't park, because before police would pull the car right up into the middle of the park and run out. Now they can't do this. So now you foster a bigger problem where these dudes is hustling now and police can't even get to them now. And they knew, do that, say it's to protect them, but now the whole place is infected and it falls apart.
Right. And to go back to address Sleepy Joe even addressing the issue, right? That's all a smoke screen, right? He addresses it so black people could go right back to sleep and say, look at Sleepy Joe. He's addressing it, but they're never going to address it because they created it. You understand? So they're never going to fully correct it. They created it, so they wanted to make it seem like, oh, look, yeah, we understand the situation and we're gonna help and we're gonna put little laws and pass stipulations to help out. But what it is, we're so far behind, it doesn't matter what they do.
Right.
We're always going to be caught up in that little redlining, HUD, and all that stuff.
The only way to fix it properly, one, is for us to rule this earth. But let's just be naive in talking about it. Do you see the amount of money they gave away with this COVID stuff, with PPPs and EIDL loans, into the trillions of dollars, the money they give away to these countries? You think America, the money they gave away just with the COVID scare, they gave away free money, easy money. Do you know they could have rebuilt so many cities? The money they give to Israel and all these countries, they could rebuild and everybody could have a house.
Right. Afghanistan, all
They
that
can,
money
everybody,
gave.
I'm telling you, a house. I ain't talking about no apartment. Everybody can have. There's a whole lot of undeveloped land throughout America that's just sitting there. Let me tell you, to build a house today, to build a 3-4 bedroom house, don't cost nothing. Jimmy Carter with his what's it called again? Not HUD. Jimmy Carter. He did a building after he came out from president. He started a Habitat for Humanity, where they were going out building houses. These houses are prefabbed. So the walls are prefab, the exterior walls are prefab. They throw houses up. They can get anybody to build it. It's like Legos. Throw it together.
Right.
It don't cost no money to do it. They don't want to do it. Let me tell you so y'all can understand. For there to be a rich, there must be a poor. There's no way it doesn't work like that. And we're on the poor end. We're on the point. But okay, let's play on.
And urban development to redress historical racism in federal housing policies.
This executive order is just one of 4 signed by President Biden, designed to address racial equity in the United States. And while this progress is a step in the right direction, there's still a lot of harm to undo.
Segregation started coming down after the passage of the Fair Housing Act of 1968, which actually only got passed in the wake of Dr. Martin Luther King's assassination. In 1980, 8 out of 10 Black people would have had to move in order to be evenly integrated within metropolitan areas. Half of Black people who live in metropolitan areas still live in neighborhoods of high segregation.
Stop.
So
let me tell you something. The worst thing that could have ever happened to us was to desegregate. We were better off segregated. We had thriving. Let me tell you something. Esau is a pimp. He understands the game. He's like, these Negroes is doing too good for themselves. Tulsa, we can name Rosewood, the same place in Overtown today was Blacktown. They were, listen, we had our own hotels, we had our own because we couldn't rely on them. Right. They wasn't doing anything with us, so we couldn't rely on them. So we relied on ourselves, and we built Thrive after we had millionaires, people that was rich, hotels, had everything. And they said, like Esau is, because many of them are inbred, they brothers and sisters, mommy and daddies are brothers and sisters, these little hillbillies. They got jealous, and they saw how we were living on the other side of the track. And they said, damn, these niggas doing good. They doing better than us. This nigga got a piano in his house. Nigga got a piano. They can play. Nigga can read. Meanwhile, they was eating friggin' stewed possum, and it bothered them. It bothered them. They said, you know what? We cannot allow them to self-sustain. We need them to always need them. That's what a pimp do. A pimp need his hoe to always need him, so they can always have control. And they say, you know what? We're gonna bring them together, but we're still gonna treat them like crap. Right. But let them, for the once of all things, they got to need us for everything, and then we control. So you know what? We're gonna give you EBT. We're gonna give you free food and welfare, free cheese, because you always have to come home to daddy, baby. You always gonna come to us. Every month you gotta come to me. You're gonna need me. Because I'm daddy. Damn. The minute a nigga could do for himself, they're like, he's dangerous. And there you go. What you going to say? Something you want to say?
I kind of find it interesting. They keep talking about, like the segregation is a problem. So that's part of the programming is that we've been conditioned to think that segregation is a problem. So when they started taking it out, another message came behind it. Like, we shouldn't want to be separate. We should get
to drink at the same water fountains with them. And right on the same, we could have had our own buses. Or, hell, I'm telling you, and that was, I'm sorry to say, because I know some of you don't like it, that was your boy, MLK.
Right.
He was fighting for, like, we are the little black children, white children will hold hands and be one. We're still not one, dude. You honestly, do you really think after all the atrocities happened to us, giving us the right to drink at the same water fountain is a step up? Right. Let me tell you something. A gift destroyeth the heart. It says, surely oppression makes a wise man mad, and a gift destroyeth the heart. So now that you allow me, after I was beaten, to sit at the same counter and eat food next to you like it's a privilege. First off, that generation that did that, y'all, I take my hat off to you, because there's no way I'm going to sit at the counter and let you go to the back and make my hash. And imagine what the food they was eating, what they was doing to that food. But then you feel like you made strides because you could sit on the bus with them, you can drink out the same water fountain. And it was black leaders that was pushing it, and we looked to them as the people that's going to show us the right way and led us into a disaster. We was better off segregated.
Right. And just to back you up, I gotta represent with the Bible, because there's Christians out there saying, what are you talking about segregating? Guess what? The Most High God always wanted us to be segregated from the other nations. Let's get that in Deuteronomy 7. And we're going to start with verse 3. To show you, it's scriptural. The best thing we could have did was stay away from these other nations. Yep. From the time of Moses, when he says this, and up to now. So let's read that real quick.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7, verse 3. Neither shalt thou make marriages with them. Thy daughter thou shalt not give unto his son, nor his daughter shalt thou take unto thy son.
Read on.
But they will turn away thy son from following me.
And that's the point I want. So right here, he's specifically talking about marriage, but that goes with everything.
Right.
Whenever we join hand in hand with them, we're always turned away from what God truly wants us to do.
Right. But hey, officer, I was watching a documentary about that, and the funny thing is, with Martin Luther King, he was having an affair with a white woman in college. So it always goes back to that white woman again. You know what I'm saying? Always goes back to those strange nations.
He was
messing around.
You know Martin Luther King was a player.
Yep.
You know that.
Messing around
I didn't know it was a white woman.
Yep.
Damn white woman. Got him.
Judah, damn.
Hell no.
That white woman is the ruin of the black man. For real.
You want to finish that?
Deuteronomy chapter 7 verse.
No. Video.
Hey, I'm sorry. Side note. It be the blackest Negroes that always find a white woman. You know who broke my heart?
It's crazy.
That broke my heart when I saw a white. What that broke my heart when I saw him when I found he had a white woman was Don Cornelius on Soul Train. He was the blackest Negro in the world. He was the reason why we was black and proud. And then he had a white chick, and I'm like, no, not you, Don. You was the mouth to black people. You don't know what I'm talking about. As a kid,
crazy.
I get up on Saturdays morning, and it'd be Don Cornelius, and he's like, Soul Train, power to big
70s.
afro. And then he had a white woman. That man broke my heart, man.
That's crazy, bitch.
That broke my heart, man.
I was watching that. They did a special on HBO.
I know y'all don't know what I'm talking about.
No, they don't. The 70s.
That was back in the 70s, Bishop?
Yeah, what you saying, get a lie? That's
about 2 decades before you, bro.
That's when you was straight liquid. You was straight liquid them days.
Damn. I was watching that. I think they did a documentary on Frederick Douglass on HBO where they did his letters. I didn't know with his first wife, she was Judah. When he remarried, he ended up getting with Esau, his second wife.
No, don't say that.
His second wife was Esau.
We got to do a segment and show these. Not him too.
Yeah, man. He got all this imagery trying to uplift his people and everything, and then he ended up caving to
some
that.
pacey. They can't stand nowhere close to a sister.
I know, Bishop.
And you take that?
Yep.
Damn.
That's bad.
Yeah, just like the brother who directed Birth of a Nation.
Yes,
You in the spirit. I was just about to say that.
Kanye.
No. Everybody that plays in a slave movie, right? You would think that they're playing in a slave movie because they want to do it to show the atrocities that happened to us, to bring out the history of the so-called blacks and Hispanics. But when you peel back the peel and you see their life, they're all married to Esau. So it's like, damn, you don't really care. You just here to do it for a paycheck.
That's why it's called acting.
I know. I figured that out. I like, damn, man.
Even with the women, because the sister who played Harriet Tubman,
Yes.
Married to
Her
a white
too,
man.
yeah.
One thing
Disappointed,
One
man.
thing I gotta say about Esau, when he pick our sisters, he be picking the right one. We be picking these busted white
Oh,
chicks.
man.
It's not like you pick just
Like
a white
Roseanne.
chick. Like you, yeah, damn.
Right.
It's not like they pick like you like. Okay, she'll eat him like that white chick. That's Don Cornelius. Go back to that picture. Who he meant to the black community, right? What this man meant to the black community in the 70s. Every black artist had to go through him to become a star. From the Jackson, every last one of them. And then the white chick he picked, she not even pretty. All she did was buy some breast. She not even like a good-looking one.
Come on
but
now,
but
dog.
then, and that's what you, at the end, Don Cornelius, man, come on, man. You was black soul. Man, you sold out. He didn't kill himself anyway. He must have realized anyway.
man?
But here's the thing. With black men, they don't even be picking like the dime pieces of Esau.
Right.
They be picking these old scallywags.
Sloppy.
Been ran
Foot
through.
dragging.
Been ran through already.
Snagger-too.
Yeah.
Snagger-too, foot dragger.
Damn. And then
Breath
Esau,
stank,
the
lot
men,
lizard.
they be hand picking all the gems, all the gems and they could pick them. But we, boy, damn.
The hell is this?
Grabbing lot lizards.
Frederick Douglass. Damn.
Yeah, that one messed me up. He was writing some good stuff, man. Then I saw what he ended up with. I was like,
All right, we got any callers? Anybody on Zoom? Ain't nobody want to talk?
are we posting a link?
Call
'Cause I
in,
didn't
call
see it
in,
in the
y'all. We
description.
about
Yeah, because we about to wrap this up
about
right
to wrap
now.
it up. So if you want to have face to face with WCO, call in, man. Chop it up with us.
Can I tell you something, man? These articles was really good today. I wish we cut them a little shorter so we could, because so much more that we're not even touching. We didn't even get to. Like, I would love to spend some time, not now because I want to go to something else, but dig into this one right here. Last one about the housing in Black America. Man, if you go through places like Mississippi, I'm telling you right now, you would think you stepped right back in slavery. I'm telling you, people still living without houses. Black people, outhouses on stilts. Mississippi is one of them poorest. I guarantee you, Mississippi is the poorest state in America.
Yeah, I think they abolished slavery in 2013, something like that. They abolished it, the law on slavery.
Let me tell you something. Mississippi, I've been through there before, and I'm driving through there. I'm like, whoa! It's like you went back 100 years.
Mm-hmm. Bishop, you know what I was thinking about, and I kind of wanted to ask this question too. When we look up the definition of ghetto, it goes back to the Jews.
No, stop! Drop and roll. That's
Put that
right
up.
there.
Yeah,
That's
put
that
that
man
up.
he married.
Wow.
That's a dude behind him.
Come on now,
Miss
dog.
Trenchable.
Nah, it's the one I think sitting.
That's look like a dude too.
Yeah,
they both look like dudes.
Look at that hook
Yeah.
nose. Zoom in.
Yep.
Damn, Freddie.
That's what you went for,
Crazy.
Hey, we appreciate you, Frederick.
Damn,
appreciate
Fred.
And was mad at the people for rejecting
for
him,
the
even though
shame
he
of-
was always going around. It messed me up, man. I couldn't believe it. Because he was speaking some powerful words, man, but
He didn't mean that.
ended up with that.
Yeah, you was the man.
He said, "Come on, Becky."
What a shame, Frederick. Shame.
I know there's another
Shame.
picture.
Shame.
Shame.
Shame. Damn.
Shame him, man.
So what was your thing you gonna say now?
So you know how we know that history of the ghetto goes back to the Jews. So I was thinking while this was coming out, I was like, man, I wonder if they was the Romans and they was separating us even back then, if they was trying to segregate us. So it just made me want to do some more research on, how they probably was segregating us back then also.
Listen, they segregated us back in Egypt. Segregation ain't nothing new for us.
Right, yeah.
We've been getting segregated. And I'm all right with that. That's good. I want to be apart from people. I want to be with my people. I don't want to be with anybody else.
For real.
Only problem,
All right.
But here's the other thing. In this time and age, with us as a people that's not keeping the commandments as far as a nation of people.
Right.
Damn, but I'm going to say sound bad again, but I'm going to say what I think.
Get off your chest, bitch.
It's hard to live around pure Jake.
Facts.
It's hard. It's really difficult. Now, I'm not talking about Israelites that's living
Talking about
right.
Jacob,
But
black
yeah,
people.
like
Black.
You
Ashy black
I
devils.
can't believe I'm about to say this.
Right.
You always want a Elam or a little white person around someplace in the neighborhood, even though I can't stand them. But damn, I need you, because if I'm all around my people, I know if it's pure Jake, it's problems.
Right.
You need some white people around you, because then you get some act right with Jake. But if you live just all black, you got a problem. And that's the oxymoron, because we don't like them. We don't want to be around them, but we need them. I move in and I don't see no white people. I'm like, this is not the place to be at.
You need somebody to snitch, and you need some lawful food.
Hey, and it's true though. It's true, Bishop. Because I remember
Damn,
when
I feel guilty saying that. I'm telling you, I feel bad.
It's true. It's true. Cause when I moved into my apartment in Miami, The third day that I moved in, they tried to break into my house.
There you go.
Third day.
There you
That's
go.
crazy, bro. I saw crowbar marks, my door all jacked up. I had nothing in there. I just moved in.
Neighborhood watch.
Hey, here's the thing. Here's the oxymoron. When I first moved to Texas, and I moved to where I'm at in Texas, first I never heard the city it was, and then I was with my wife. It was early in the morning. You know, I get up early, and I'm like, oh, man, we in some redneck area right here. I don't know. This ain't good. And I'm like, this is bad. So just the name sound like redneckish, and I'm just like, damn, this, I don't know what we was thinking. And I went to Walmart, and I saw a black person, and like I felt so good. I was like, I was like, yeah, okay, babe.
You shalommed him.
No. I didn't say shalom, but I almost hugged him. I saw a black person. I'm gonna tell you about a black dude today in Atlanta. This remind me of a black dude on the airport. In the airport. I'm gonna tell you next.
Black dude, airport.
So anyway, I said that's a black person. It was like 6 o'clock in the morning. I was so happy. Then we went down the aisle like that's another black person. I'm like, okay, there's black people over here. Another black person. That's before my kids got enrolled. Then I enrolled them in school, and I'm like, oh, there's black people over here. Oh, all right, we good.
Yeah.
Then I caught myself. I said, no. That means it's a place. Black people all over the place. Anyway, let me tell you something. Now I'm gonna get into something else. It had nothing to do with what we talking about. So I'm on the train going to the plane. So it's, Atlanta's black. So I'm on the train. I had my mask on. Would you believe this black dude, a man, maybe about my age, a little older. I had my AirPod in, and I was talking to my wife. He said, excuse me. I said, yeah, what's up? He said, do you mind if I give you a compliment? I said, yeah, what's up? I said, yeah, what's up? He said, you got nice, your bed looks nice. So when he did it to me, now he didn't sound like he was gay, but Atlanta, you don't know. He said to me, so you know what I did? When he said to me, I don't want to be rude. He said, you got a nice bed. I said, all right, good looking. I didn't say thank you. I looked at him. And with people that's of that proclivity, their eyes be bobbling their head. They had that weird look. So I just looked them straight like this. I said, thank you. I said, yeah, what's up? I said, good looking. Like this, see, yeah? And he's like looking back at me like, and I'm like, does he think we're going to make a connect? Because now, I'm looking at you straight. I'm looking straight. I'm like, this dude bold. I'm like, why my beard? And then, so then he said, yeah, he's making small talk about something. He said, that's not exactly what he said, but it ended up to like, where you from? I said, what? This dude like, so I'm from Brooklyn. He said, me too. I was like, oh, shit.
so he went from
He said, we must be kindred spirits. Now I feel uncomfortable because I'm like, oh, gosh, because I don't know where this is going. And he said, so I knew how to diffuse it. He said, yeah, because I didn't even tell you this in the right. And so he said, saying, yeah, because, see, I'm confused what happened because it flooded me. So whatever he was saying, I forgot, but I turned it to black. I started talking black. I said, yeah. I said, you know what, because black men, we supposed to grow beards like lions. I said, white people's on the train. I said, white people are afraid of it. They don't like that. And when I said it like that, he claimed, like, well, I wouldn't say that. I said, nah, yeah, this is my stop. I said, damn it, this is my stop. I kept looking. I was like, trains, come on, hit that letter, hit the letter. I said, yeah. I said, I'm going to make them uncomfortable. I said, yeah. I said, we grow beards like lions. I said, white people's afraid. They don't like that. He said, well, I would have said, yeah, nah, yeah. White person's right over there like this. I just, this dude's trying to pick me up on the train. Would you believe this?
Did he rub his fingers through your beard, Bishop?
I was like, where's security? Somebody help me.
Hey, shout out to Riverdale. Riverdale.
He said he was from Brooklyn.
He lived in Atlanta.
Oh my God.
Yeah, shout out ATL with the funny butterflies.
Yeah.
With the fish.
So what we got? We ready to get up and finish this off? We got a little bit. Let's talk.
You got somebody?
Hoping that guy that was on that train. He said, hey, it was me,
brother from the
like,
show.
remember me?
Sound check.
Shalom, Bishop. No, I can see you without the mask.
You remember me?
Bishop gonna run out of here.
I got brothers here now. Come, you don't get to work. I sized him up. I could take him.
You gonna put off some razzle up front? He's gonna.
He said, so you think I do Tybo?
I know, right? I'm telling you, boy, he beat you up and take the booty, boy.
Damn.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
I'm telling you, if this is what you want, boy, you don't know how to pick him. I don't see why you would want me for. I go to prison, I'm all right. Everybody raise me. Leave that old man alone. I'm like, yeah, that's what you want? I'll make sure I eat beans.
Hey, these sodomites, these sodomites is different out here, man.
I eat beans.
I'm telling you,
you don't want this.
I want to know him.
If you want it, you got to clear up this mess first.
I ain't fighting.
I just make mess. Clean it up. I mean,
Hey, what?
Snap.
Hey, so Bishop,
that home will be like, you think that's mess? That's perfume for me, buddy.
You can poop on command, Bishop. That's all I want to know.
That's perfume.
We got
We got
performance.
we got one. We got one, Bishop.
We got performance.
Oh, all right. All right.
Uh-oh.
Turn my auto-tune up. Turn my
Talk
auto-tune up.
to him. Shit.
Shalom. He like, hell nah, you ain't paying. Nah.
Most High in Christ bless.
Yeah, I hear you, Zamar. Zamar, you said
Yes, sir.
hell
Yes.
nah. You said send a check first. Nah, you perform. What do you think this is?
Hey, that's actually what I wanted to comment on. Going back a couple of stories, you mentioned how Esau is the biggest pimp. Like I had the huge problem trying to buy a house because I work for myself, and Esau don't get a cut at everything, but you got to report a certain amount of money in the bank and in your taxes just so you can get approved to buy a house. And they always want a cut of everything. They say, so you can be able to afford a house, but it's also for them to collect taxes off of your income that you made on yourself. So you really hit something about the Esau always wanting us to come back to him, to need him. Like now I gotta file more money, which could jeopardize my situation because now they're gonna, hey, you made this much? Oh, we're gonna need some of that. Just to be able to get a house.
There you go. You hit it right in the head. Watch this real quick. So then, on to what Zamar was saying. You make a salary, right? You make a living, and then you got to pay taxes, right? You got to pay income tax. If you don't, you're going to go to jail. So pay your taxes, render to Caesar what belongs to Caesar. Okay, so you pay your income tax. Then you buy a house. Then you got to pay property tax. So you made one income, you pay income tax. And then off that same income was left over, you got to pay property tax. Off that same income, you got to pay sales tax. If that ain't a pimp, I don't know what a pimp is. I don't know what pimping is. That same $1,
Right.
he said, I'm going to touch that $1 3-4 times.
Yeah,
How the hell I'm paying sales tax, and I already paid tax. Then property tax, I paid tax. Then the income tax, I paid tax. And then if you take whatever left over, whatever you have left over after they tax you 3 times, and you go invest it, and you made a profit, now you gotta pay taxes on the profit that you made. Right. Man, you can never subject to tax, subject to payment.
Hey, Soldier Zamar, man. Now that we got you here, man, can you drop an exclusive?
All right, that's my time.
Can you drop an exclusive for your boy? Sheesh.
Put me on the track.
You feel me? Are you looking for a producer?
Hey, Zamar,
yes, sir.
Remember what we spoke about, right? Azariah, remember what we spoke about, right? All right, you guys got to do something. I'm telling you, I'm waiting for you. I'm waiting for your lead. Come on.
I was actually waiting on you, Bishop.
Nah, I'm waiting on you. You tell me. Listen, y'all don't know. Real talk, I cannot sing. But these two right there are very talented.
Can you drop it, though?
And they can make me sound like something. One thing I have confidence.
Right. You do
I
got that.
I flex. I can't. Lord no, don't give me no voice. Because I'll be on top of the stage with no shirt on singing. I know that ain't for me. But listen, you two work. I'm telling you, I want to do something. Real talk.
Yes, sir. I've been hearing around too that your pen game is crazy, and I never knew.
Come on, stop. Yes, it is, but stop. Y'all don't know I'm a poet.
Shout out, Bishop. Yeah, shout out.
Let the man speak. Let the man. What you said now?
I get a lot of my counsel too from Deacon IBL too. But I never knew that like your pen game was crazy because there's ways that you can metaphorically put messages out there, which leads folk, to wanting to research truth without quoting scripture by quoting scripture, if that makes sense.
Listen, I'm gonna send you a poem that I wrote about falling in love with wisdom. And
I got one too.
You too?
I'm gonna sing you a song in return, Bishop.
There we go. That's what minds are like. Damn. Y'all gonna see.
Listen, man. I just want to hear an exclusive, man. The people want to know. You still got it.
Azariah and you two, they have.
I know.
That's so fire.
Can we get a snippet?
Can we
get a snippet,
just a snippet of it?
I'm
AZ would have to play it.
He has it. AZ, just play a little bit.
He has it. Play the snippet, boy. Stop playing with us, man.
Hey, can I tell you something? Hey, come on, AZ. Come on, AZ. Let's go. Hey, can I tell you something? And I'm not saying this to make y'all feel good, because one thing about me, if I don't like something, I don't like it.
Like Ari.
And I'm No, I did like you, but you don't say nothing. Cut his mic. I don't want to hear nothing. But listen,
hey,
real talk.
Don't turn me off, please.
In Israel, the music over the years, original royalty has gotten better and better and better and better to the point now that when I listen to the music coming out of IUIC, when I tell you the quality of music, because before early on it was nice, it was good but it wasn't professional quality to me, at least from my end. I'm not saying it wasn't good to people. This is what I like. Now the music we putting out,
fire.
It's so fire. You don't gotta listen to nothing in the world.
Right.
You can and I'm telling you, that song I heard these two just did recently. Remember when you played it for me?
Yes, sir.
Yo, Zamar, we didn't even get not even 10 seconds in. I'm like, oh snap. That's how quick it caught. I'm like, whoa.
Sing it.
Y'all ain't playing no game.
Hey, live performance.
Hey, stay on the
man,
line. Play real quick.
Yo, one of you, somebody anoint my throat. God, give me a voice. I will perform. I'll put a show.
Pause, Bishop. Do not anoint Bishop's throat.
I'll be rolling.
Hey, listen, hold on. I gotta stop you, Bishop.
all over the throat. No.
Do not anoint Bishop's throat.
Yeah.
I don't want nobody anointing Bishop's throat. You heard it?
Get that. So drop that. Anoint his throat. That didn't come out right. But I'll be rolling all over the stage. I could put on a show. I just can't sing. Y'all don't know. You don't think
AZ, play that.
Bishop,
Play
we
that
know
real
you
quick.
got the pen.
Hey,
They
Bishop,
be like, what the hell is Bishop
to your
doing?
point, there's a
Listen,
lot of
we go-
people like
hey,
what you said?
there's a lot of people who can't sing, but they still gonna try anyway.
That's me right here.
Now you're a pirate. Nobody want to hear nothing from you. Bam!
You Holy Ghost.
Put me on the track, Zamar.
Nah,
Let me hear
he
it.
about to play a quick
AZ,
snippet.
Hey, this is what we got coming out of IUIC Austin. Turn it up.
Yeah.
I'm going to perform this right now.
You are now flying.
Southwest. You know I'm a fan when it comes to things that you do. And when it comes to your man, you know to put me before you. I give all praises to the Father and His Son. Gave me a wife and gave me daughters and my sons. When it comes to other women, you're the only one who takes care of my home. When I come home, you have dinner ready, making sure I'm fed.
Hey,
Rub my back to you, move
No,
all the
play it. We can't give it to him.
We can't give him too much.
Hey, let me online.
Get our subscribers up.
Hold on.
Get our subscribers up.
Hey, listen, people.
Listen.
What the people want? Hey, you want us to finish that?
Fire.
We want a little. You want a little more of that?
Listen.
Hold on. Do y'all want a little more of that? Say yes.
People, talk. Put a Y if you want more.
I'm going to put yes.
Put Y if you want
Go ahead,
more.
give them a little more. Y'all get my
Yes.
Damn. Hey,
All right,
AZ,
we
one
gotta
more
drop
time.
it.
Just give us a little more, please.
We gotta drop it, man.
You think we play? You think Austin playing? We gonna.
Dang, bro. He ain't hit
Bring
the.
it out.
Come on, Zamar, AZ, y'all are
coming for y'all now.
phenomenal.
Just know if he didn't come
Y'all phenomenal.
top.
Y'all phenomenal.
Man,
From the
look
top.
at all them wise, Bishop. Look at all
Make
them
your-
wise.
you
They
mess
going
around.
in.
Make your
The
people
people
spoke.
Hey, you mess
AZ.
around. You mess around. You get Paul pregnant with that song.
AZ, the people spoke. Drop it again.
Mama, you gonna get in trouble.
Hey, I'm on number 6 right now.
She been a walker. Come on,
bring it back, AZ.
5 years old, still having a baby.
I give
I'm gonna blame her on Zamar, Azariah. Play it again one more time, Azariah, please.
Ari, please. Ari, stop it.
No, Ari, shut your mouth. Better pirate.
You are now flying.
Southwest. You know I'm a fan when it comes to things that you do. And when it comes to your man, you know to put me before you. I give all praises to the Father and His Son. Gave me a wife and gave me daughters and my sons. When it comes to other women, you're the only one who takes care of my home. When I come home, you have dinner ready, making sure I'm fed. Rub my back to remove all distractions in my hair. Clothes are ironed and ready right before I go to bed. You shine so bright when you submit to me.
Boss.
Let's
listen,
go.
Girl, you serve a king, and baby, that's divine. And I don't care what your mama say. Submitting is your ticket through those gates. When you submit to me, we gon' be just fine, fine, fine.
Hey,
when
AZ.
you submit.
Lord, real talk. Listen, I'm not saying this just for no. Hey, can I tell you something? That song moves me. That song inspires me to want to write. That is fire. That's just fire. Ooh,
Me too.
Fire.
Oh, praise
That's
to the
fire.
Most High.
That is
Right.
fire, man. That's
me to
fire.
wanna write
Yo,
too,
y'all
come
are,
on,
y'all are cooking right now.
Hey,
dog.
sisters, man.
I just want to be in the
Oh,
studio
praise.
with y'all and man, Lord,
Me
know,
too, Bishop.
Now shut your mouth. Nobody heard about you. I just want to. I would love to be in the studio just to watch y'all create that. Just to
Facts.
create that
Hey,
kind. That's magic,
Officer-
right? That's beautiful.
Officer Kyle,
Nobody want to hear what you
he
guys say. You're a
told me-
pirate, man. Damn.
Officer Kyle tricked me. I thought y'all was coming, so I started getting your drink and everything. We ready for you over here.
Oh, don't do that now. I'll tell you. See.
Hey, can I come too? Soldier Zamar, can I come too?
Am I invited?
Nah, man, you stood me up, man.
Don't do me like that. Hey,
I-
cut him off. Cut him off.
Hey,
Next caller.
Hey, Zamar.
Next caller.
Hey, real quick, Zamar. We got to wrap
Let me
this up.
tell you how Austin did me, man. I invited Officer David over the house.
Hey, listen,
He
next
brought a
caller,
grill.
man.
I got him a nice salmon dish and rice. They killed that thing, man. Sitting in and recording in the studio, and then I was like, "Hey, I need you, officer, man. Let's set something up. I need to talk to you, man, because I need some help with just moving in this music." I got you. I'm gonna pull up on you. Never pull. I'm gonna call you.
Listen, don't.
Oh,
I
damn.
would never do that to you.
Flake.
Oh, don't do
Hey,
that.
Shame.
Savon, don't shame me, Savon.
Hey, real talk.
Don't shame me.
Hey, listen. What a lot of you all don't know,
I love you, bro.
I guarantee you, most of you don't know, is that Officer David is also a producer.
Right.
People don't know he can produce.
Wow.
Listen,
Right.
y'all don't see that side of David. David's stuff is fire too. He just haven't done it in a while.
Right.
But David got that skills. He just. I think he elevated beyond that.
Soldier Zamar might get me back in my bag if he can forgive me.
If you ever pull up,
Damn.
you got
Say less.
You gotta come. You gotta
me
come the same way you offended me. You gotta
Say
pull
less.
up.
Hey, this is in front of Israel.
Okay, I'm getting uncomfortable.
Me and Soldier
You two
Zamar,
work
we
out
gonna
your
get it in,
relationship some
man.
other time, all right?
Yeah.
Hey, look, we got to get off of this right now. Zamar, Most High in Christ, bless you all. Stay
High
strong,
Christ,
stay
bless
faithful,
you.
keep these commandments. Azariah,
Yes, sir.
fire. You just need me on the track. Let me get a verse.
Me
Yes,
too.
sir. I need you, Bishop. Yes, sir. Most High Christ.
I'm
bless
trying to
you.
tell you
Shalom.
all need me. Y'all ain't
Put
listening.
me on the track. Just one more song. That's it.
That's it. Let's get out of here. You ain't singing nothing.
I'm trying to see who he was singing to.
Next week.
I was looking at the camera.
Yeah,
But who are you singing to though? Like,
Bruh,
yeah, who was you singing to?
To Wisdom.
All right, listen, we got to get out of here, man. We got to get out of here.
Shalom, Israel, Most High Christ.
Hey,
Bless.
good. No, I want to say, listen, for all you us that chimed in, that's online watching right now, we appreciate y'all for supporting us, for coming out, share what we have going on. IUIC Austin YouTube page, help us get those subscribers up. Comment on our videos, man, so we can put out more content. And for everybody that came out to support WCO, this is just the beginning, and we're going to turn this thing up to keep this word going out, along with having a good time. Definitely information for people that we are the Israelites. We must keep God's commandments. You Black, Hispanic, Native American Indians, the time is at hand for us to get our minds right, come back together as one people under Christ, all right? And our lineup, IUIC, listen, we have classes 7 days a week, 3 times a day, 1,000 of content of videos on YouTube. We got podcasts. We are doing everything that we can. The only thing we haven't done yet is split the Red Sea. But give us a little bit. We're going to do that for you too. Just join this mission. You can find the content on www.israelunite.org. Patient Saints, thank you for having me today and for all the other shows. Anybody else?
Real quick, we want to give a shout out to the tech team.
That's right.
Officer Jonathan.
Oh, yeah, Jonathan from Dallas. Thank you.
Appreciate you. Jonathan from Austin.
Damn, you made us sound nice and crispy today.
Right.
You know, we ain't taking no shots at you, get a liar. You know, you still necessary here. We need
That's
you.
right.
all praise.
We need you.
All praise.
Appreciate you, Bishop.
But right now, we enjoying Jonathan right here.
That's right.
Jonathan,
Yeah, so shout out to tech team. Y'all did a phenomenal job. Shout out to the sisters in the kitchen that helped us, the brothers that set up the camp, everything. Just shout out to all y'all that came through to support us. We appreciate you.
And shout out to Solomon for winning that tight T-shirt, man. Shout out.
Dang.
We appreciate that.
Shout out to Officer Raz's forgiveness.
Hey,
damn.
Thank you.
Hey, we got dry fit shirts now, y'all.
We got dry fits
You
coming
know
up.
the little
Oh, we
compression
got people.
shirts.
We got people online asking for
Shirts,
for the shirts. Yeah, we're gonna come out with this Wisdom Crieth Out shirts. We want you all to support. Somebody online asked. Try the next couple weeks. We'll have some for sale, but support us. You know, we're gonna build this into something great if it be the Lord's will. And everything we do with humility, knowing that it's by the Most High's hand and through Christ that all things are possible. Almost sound like a Christian there. Damn. But yeah, devil's a lie.
Right. And make sure you download IUIC TV, okay? Make sure you download IUIC TV and support the movie that we pushing, Joseph's Dream, all right?
That's right.
Support the movie.
So we're going to sign off?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
And with that, we've been
WCO.
Bow, bow, bow.
Southwest.
We used to scream black power while heroin was pushed. But at the end of the day, nothing's in vain. IUIC has been given a vision. The tents of Judah has risen. Many has attempted the mission. Minor murmuring, omitting, and missing the mark. Just reading that he had the flame of fire in his eyes gave us the spark. We on Paul's mission. We out on the road, purple and gold, from Mexico, Cuba, Haiti, Ghana, Sierra Leone. 144,000 boots banging, concrete crackling. These are how men repented at heart. The scriptures is proof. IUIC, we deliver the truth.